Cooking with Amy.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back, everybody. Well, this is that time of year where I think we've eaten a lot of meat and potatoes, a lot of heavy food, so you want to kind of lighten things up. Think spring and do something totally different for dinner. We eat a lot of chicken, a lot of meatloaf and pot roast at our house, so sometimes it's nice to change things up and do a pork roast. And this is a nice light pork roast. It's I call it my Cuban pork roast. It's one of the recipes in my newest cookbook, and it's just so quick, simple, and easy to do. So I start out with a nice big pork loin roast, and then I'm going to marinate it with fresh orange and lime juice, which is going to keep it a nice light flavor. Now, I like to do this, let this marinate in the fridge. So this would be a great thing to do today and then roast it tomorrow night for dinner. But you can also just let it hang out in the fridge and marinate all day long. So I'm taking some garlic. I've got about 4 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to take a knife and cut little slits in this pork roast, and I'm going to stuff the garlic into the little slits, and this is going to give this roast some great flavor. Got a neat event coming up this Wednesday night. I'm at the Neenah Public Library as part of the Fox Cities Book Festival doing a cooking demo. So come out and see me again Wednesday night, the Neenah Public Library. Should be a ton of fun. Okay, so I'm just studying the roast with some garlic. And then I've got the juice of 2 oranges and 2 limes that I'm going to squeeze over the top. Now I like to marinate this in a big, one of those nice big, depending on the size of your roast, 1 to 2 gallon size bags in the fridge overnight or all day, or you can just marinate it in a glass or plastic container covered in the fridge. So you're going to do 2 limes and 2 oranges. And then after this hangs out in the fridge overnight or all day, it's going to get really nice and tender, and that's one of the keys to doing the pork roast the right way, is to marinate it, and the other key is to not overcook it. So when it comes out of the fridge, take it out of the marinade, pat it dry, and then you're going to do olive oil, a generous amount of salt and pepper. It's a big roast, so think about seasoning it well. And then oregano, dried oregano. Preheat your oven to 350, 375, and then this roast gets in there for about an hour. That's the other thing. The other key to making pork roast really tender and juicy is to not overcook them. Pork roasts, or pork of any kind, doesn't have to be cooked forever and a day like it used to. So just pick up an instant read meat thermometer. You can just pick it up right at the grocery store, and you'll use it for all sorts of things. They're about 10 bucks. And then when the temperature you insert it into the roast reaches 145 degrees, 145 is the magic number when it comes to pork. Pull that roast out of the oven, and then I know everybody's so hungry and you just want to dive right into it, but tent it with foil, let it rest for 10 minutes, and then slice it up. And that's the other way that pork stays nice and juicy. Marinate, don't overcook it, pull it at 145, and then let it rest before you slice it. I like to garnish this with fresh orange and lime slices, and this is so wonderful. Just the perfect spring dinner. My Cuban marinated pork roast recipe is in my latest cookbook. You can also pick it up at any area Festival Foods, and it's on our website too. Enjoy.